So now
Bye-bye.
we're gonna meet this beautiful couple that appear on our screen. That is Alberto and Maria Chiara, of course,
She's
and so,
beautiful. I'm not.
so thank you very much to be here today. And in the meanwhile that they're shifting the image on our screen, I just make a short introduction of this beautiful couple that decided to be entrepreneur in the southern part of Italy, where they come from, especially Alberto, and of course, then we have Maria Chiara that joined him and help a lot with the communication and with this beautiful property that we're gonna present it to you. The property is located in Campania, not far away from Salerno and of course from Napoli, because we are talking about not such a big territories. We just came back from the United States or Argentina, where everything is so big, and so when we talk about 1 hour travel from a place to another, is not big to be mentioned. So I would like to ask to you guys if you want to share your presentation. We're gonna start to discover this beautiful property. We are talking about Convento Francescano, that I see that all of you are very happy to follow on my Instagram of Connect to Italy and Mancini Worldwide, and thank you very much for the interaction. And we're gonna present you especially the initiative of these two young guys and what they're doing to give value to the territory and what they are expertising. So I would say that I will leave the stage to them in order to start with this beautiful presentation. And whenever you have questions, do as you have done till now. Send me a question, and I will ask the question for you. Please, stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Alessandro. Also
Thank
to
you.
Giulio from Sicily. We met in Milan. Also, his place is incredible. We are the owner and the founder of Convento Francescano, a 14th century convent that was built in Cilento, especially in a small village called Cuccaro Vetere, which is my father and grandfather hometown, even if I was born in the Milan area, and we just moved here in December to finish the renovation of this 14th century convent. Here we are, as I stated before, in the Cilento National Park, which is the second largest in Europe, the UNESCO most awarded national park in the world, even more than, for example, Yellowstone or whatever national park you can think about, just southern of the Amalfi Coast, Naples and Capri. So we are close to this beautiful and most famous destination. They are doing very well, of course, but we're trying to push this other territory that is just as beautiful as them, but very, very authentic, untouched, very natural, and in between the mountains and the sea, because the convento, as you can see from here, is above the mountains in this small village called Cuccaro, a village from 500 people. And here we have also the distances between the two major airports we've got in Campania. So 1 hour and 30 minutes from Naples, 55 minutes to an hour from the newly opened Salerno airport. And we are just 1 hour and 50 minutes from the Amalfi Coast. And we also got, that is very important, I think, for us, the high-speed train station of Vallo della Lucania, which connects the whole Italy with, as I was saying, the high-speed trains with six daily trains that go all over Italy. So you can come here even if you are visiting Rome or Florence or Milan and you want to go to a more untouched place.
So thank you very much, Alberto, and the beautiful pictures that I love very much that you communicate with your figure as well. If you want to go into inside of where you are located with some thrilling images, because we are all curious to see what you have done. I know very well that you invited all the press and there are a lot of journalists that are coming over talking about this beauty. I know that National Geographic as well will be part of the person that will talk about you. So let's go in and show us a bit of these beautiful, amazing places.
Yeah, I will change just the presentation because I'm here with.
Just give us a second. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
No, absolutely. In the meanwhile, I want to
the-
remember to you all that we are talking really that is on 1 hour and a half from Naples and less than 40 minutes, 30 minutes from Salerno. So really is a great occasion to stay in a wonderful place with a great offer about prices in a different kind of mansion in Cilento, which is a UNESCO World Heritage, as you can see now that we'll go through this. And this is another hidden gem, like Giulio showed us before in Sicily, where you can have a wonderful scenery based and make several excursions to visit the most popular places within be inside of the massive tourism that now we know that is a little problem everywhere. Here you can have a really relaxed comfort and everything reach out in 30-40 minutes from each place. Please guys.
Exactly. So if we talk about Cilento, as I was saying before, it's a beautiful place in between the mountains that goes directly into the sea. So we got basically everything that all the people from outside think of Italy. And so we also have done like this small guide to guide our guests around Cilento. This is Cuccaro, our hometown, and then we divided it into all the areas. So we got the seaside area with Palinuro, for example, the Infreschi coast and the Maceta coast, which are protected marine areas, very untouched. We are talking about 24 kilometers of coastline without even a house, just some really, really small typical restaurants on the beaches and some farmhouses. And this is the Maceta coast, which is for me my favorite because it's as high as the Amalfi coast, but really untouched and really not known. So it's just accessible via boat, where we can arrange for our guests some boat tour, both with the motorboat and sailing boat,
And also via trekking.
or via trekking, because it's a great place, of course, to go around also by foot and have these wonderful sceneries in between the mountains and the sea. What we're seeing now, it's another protected marine area, which is Punta Licosa in Castellabate. And then we go also to the historical part, because yes, as I was stating, we are in a UNESCO World Heritage Site as a national park, and we also have 3 UNESCO World Heritage specific sites which are Veli archaeological site, which goes from the ancient Greeks to the Romans to the medieval time. So it's 2000 years of history in just one archaeological sites. Then we got the Greek temples in Paestum, another UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the Certosa di Padula, which is another incredible place, which is the biggest monastery we got in Europe, and it's enormous. It's like 100 times ours, our monastery, and it's incredible. So we offer, of course, guided tour all of these monuments and places. And then we also got the beautiful coastline and interior villages like Pisciotta, that is our favorite, which is a great place, more like of a Tuscany village, but overlooking the sea. Castellabate, which is another one of the most famous villages we got here. Also this on a hilltop overlooking the whole sea. Then we got, for example, Pollica and Pioppi, that are very important because they are home of another UNESCO award, which is the Material World Heritage, because here in Cilento, and in particular in these 2 places, is where the Mediterranean diet was born. So also in terms of gastronomy, this is the central part of Italy, is where the whole Mediterranean diet started.
Alberto, we are just all overwhelmed. We suggest you to drink a glass of
Yeah,
water.
like
This is the joy of the Napolitan and Campanian people that they want to
yeah,
introduce this beautiful. Then, of course, guys, you know that Vincenzo Pizzolante, that is the organizer of Connect to Italy with us, is from Cilento, so he's a great
yeah.
lover of the region.
From
And as
this,
you can see, that is the DNA of the person that stay there. So going by one, we are
going
seeing
back,
beautiful images, Alberto, and they're
uh,
asking me some questions. So I just
yeah,
want to recap a bit what you have shown to us because it's all beautiful, but just to understand. So the as per the habit that we have seen before in Sicily, this is a place where people can stay for FIT excursions, events, family reunion, and of course, wedding. We are talking about a place that is very well located from distance, Naples or Salerno, and you can really every day visit with 30, 35, 1 hour travel, no more than that, beautiful villages that is started to show around Castellabate, Pioppi, Pestum, and the many other places that you want to see. So, as you are sending the questions, please keep sending the question, and we'll ask maybe to listen the voice of Maria Chiara as well, because we have
Yeah,
to,
of
of
course.
course, even listen this beautiful girl that is here with us today and telling us about Maria Chiara. Can you just specifically, because it's a question, everybody say you are so young, both of you, and how do you got involved in this one? Because of course, Connect to Italy is a bit a family, and people wants to know even how you did have this great decision to leave a
Yeah, of
city
course.
like in the northern part of Italy to go in a very quiet area, beautiful, but to change your life for this work.
Yeah, it was a big change, but actually a nice one. We both live in Milan and we had our career there. But basically, Alberto studied tourism, both in the bachelor degree and also the master. And he really wanted to make Cilento great again, let's say, in the sense that Cilento was always a big destination. But right now, it doesn't attract anymore the right tourism, the conscious tourism that really can value and appreciate what Cilento has to offer about. And so this was his mission, but he was imagining himself coming back in Cilento around 50 years old, something like this. But then we spent our last summers here in Cilento coming really often to Cuccaro Vetere, which is the place, the actual village where the hotel is. And basically, we happened to talk to the mayor of the village, and he was telling us, "Oh, there is this lovely convent that probably is going for a public tender. Do you want to take a look? Do you want to visit?" And so we went for a visit, and we fell in love with it. It was amazing, and
Yeah,
That's great.
that's how it started, and we have to do all the works that we have done
So
in the
now,
last.
guys, let's go through the questions that are starting to arrive from a point
Okay.
to another of the world. Of course, we say FIT, we say business. We want to know how many rooms that are available, and
Yeah.
if as well here the covenant can be completely fully booked from a big event or a wedding or something like that. So if you can just emphasize on this because it's something that are requiring now.
okay.
So we've got 8 rooms. As you can see from the distinction, we've got 4 deluxe room, 1 signature room, which is all frescoed, 1 junior suite, and 2 suites. So they are quite, all of them are very big. Also, the deluxe room are in between the 22 and 27 square meters. Every room has got his own freestanding bathtub in it, and it's all furnished with a mix in between famous Italian designers like Poltrone Frau or Artemide in the Lightning, mixed into some artisanal and rural furnishing that we have
Designed by ourselves.
yeah, basically we designed it like the small lamps that you can see here in this image on the bed table that are called in Cilento the panaro, which are where the usual, like the ancient baskets where they brought fruit or vegetables, and we turned them into lighting. So it's a big mix between like Italian famous design and really traditional typical stuff from here. But like, for example, or our bed linen is made by Rivolta Carmignani, one of the best.
And this, Alberto, conduct me to the other question that is arriving. So we are leaving the roots of Italy. We are leaving really the tradition of Cilento and what is concerned there. So the question is it possible to have a cooking class, particular kind of visit to see how they work the products, and what kind of link there is in between the covenant and the territory?
Yeah, there is a very, very strong link. I will try to present the experiences that you may be
Exactly,
seeing
it's
here
here.
right now, because like our thing was to turn this Convento Francescano that we just have been like awarded also with the 5-star. That's something really new. Also, you, Alessandro, didn't know, but we got 5-star. But we thought it would be the best thing to do was to call it an experience hotel, because we are really into making people coming here and do what we think like in Cilento are the best experiences, both in the convento and both outside. So we offer of course cooking classes into the convento and also in some other villages, as Pisciotta, one I was showing you before, also how to make the mozzarella and other cheese. We offer also wine tasting, both organized by us, that we are now became a sommelier in Italy, and also we've got like a very strong bond with a lot of wineries around Cilento that are going very strong at the moment. So you can choose in between having like many experiences here at the convento or going around and discover Cilento and what also the other people around the locals do every day. So we offer a wide range of experiences that goes from the cooking classes to trekking routes made, of course, with guides that goes all around the Cilento, so from mountains paths to sea paths.
Exactly. That question was exactly what was coming. Everybody's talking about this beautiful land and the hills and the harvest, the olive oils, and the many things that you can do there. They were asking for the coasts and, of course, the sea. Could you provide as well to the guests to have a boats tour and all the needs that they're gonna have?
Yeah. They will have different boats, as I was saying at the beginning. Like you can go with a traditional wooden motorboat called Gozzo here, all around the Palinuro coast, or you can go also with sailing boats. And all of these from different harbors, because the Cilento coast is very big. It's not like the Amalfi coast, which is kind of it's small.
Tiny.
You have to go around the coast, but here in Cilento you can travel from like at least 5 or 6 different harbors and see different kind of coast. So from major big coastline with mountains going into the sea to more lower one, like this one, which is Cala Bianca. The beach you can see here was nominated the best beach in Italy in 2013. So you can start from whichever harbor you want. It depends on what you like, of course. We have some suggestions, but it's our personal preferences. And we offer really a wide range of options that goes between like normal private tours with motorboats, or also like how to learn to sail with a sailing boat.
Exactly.
That's something.
Because we really want to tailor-made experiences for every guest, and so in that sense, we always offer the opportunity to our guests to book a call with us in advance, like maybe a month before coming or something like this, in which we ask, what do you expect from Cilento? What's your favorite things to do in vacation? And so, based on the answers of our guests, we tailor-made all the experiences and book in advance literally everything.
So it's like a very, very tailor-made travel here, because it's enormous. The place is very, very big. So we have to choose and make people understand what they want to do, and also following, of course, our suggestion, because that's, I think, the most important part. And we already started out doing these experiences, because we are welcoming since a couple of weeks the first guests, the majority of them from abroad, coming from London. Right now we are hosting a journalist fan trip. Right now we have got a journalist, Roddy Clark, from Icon magazine from London. We just had last week Condé Nast Traveler from Spain and Southern America, that we release an article, I think, tomorrow.
On Saturday,
Tomorrow. So tomorrow we will have
I
So
would say that these are very beautiful news, and before you became too famous, I just wish to all of us of the community to go fast to visit the beautiful Cilento. That, of course, I can confirm to you that I was when I was 8 or 9 years old, so a long time ago. I was going in Cilento for my holiday, and I have been the pleasure to come back every year. And it still is a wonderful place where you can live out the real Italian experience with no very crowded periods and so forth. The question that I read and afterwards I make a sum up is: Are you open all around the year?
yes, we'll be open like the whole year around, also with our inside restaurant, which is called Osteria del Convento, that will be open for lunch as like for having a light lunch and for full dinner, of course, in the night. We have our tasting menu that changes every day due to seasonality and also what my mother, which is the chef, the cook of the osteria, will find around in Cilento. We got our own like people also our own vegetable garden from which we can pick up all the vegetables, our chickens from which we take the eggs, and we are always offering local ingredients, local products. Sometimes mix it up even between some other Mediterranean cuisine, like the one from Apulia, because my mother is not from Cilento, but from Apulia. So we'll have a really good mixture of Mediterranean. And we'll be open like the whole year long, also because apart from the pool that you have seen before, we also have a small spa service that includes massages, a sauna, and also a wooden hot tub outside. So even for the winter, which nowadays in southern Italy is not winter anymore, so it's kind of a spring anyway, you can stay here and have all the services and even more in the winter because you
So,
can.
as you can see, they are all the many questions that I was trying to say. Alberto already replied to all. I was asking for the spa, for the hot tub. I was asking for the food and cuisine. But as is a really very good entrepreneur, he knows where to go and want to answer. There is someone that is asking me, of course, if you can take care about everything, such as transfer from the hotel to the airport, private guide and excursions, hiking, horse riding, and so forth. The answer is yes. As you can see, they're very active guys that thought to do everything about this. So if there is any other specific question, please send it to me in order that we can say to them. And the one of the question is how long before is better to reserve for a private event, and how you can bespoke and personalize it.
Yeah, like it's better like we are already taking bookings for next year. So
2026,
see, we are now talking about 2026 weddings and events. So yeah, and so it's better like to have it at least 6 months or a year before, but we are not like in the Amalfi Coast or in Taormina or other big famous venues. So we still have
space.
like time and spaces. So talking about events like a year before could be good. Of course, here you can also find our seasonal rates. We just divided into three different categories and during the year. And here there are some also other information, especially about the venue for weddings or events. We also host the consecrated church that can be used both for weddings in case of bad weather, and also as a very big conference room. So also for the MICE sector can be very, very useful. We work with some local wedding planners and event planners so that we can offer like the best services also for events and for the like to have everything tailored also for this kind of things, not just for the hospitality part. And yeah, I think around weddings, like as I was saying, the maximum will be around 350 guests, but I think they will be less coming from, especially coming from abroad. We've got a huge variety of spaces that you can use during the wedding or during the events. which are like, for example, the chiostro, which is this one, the patio that was for our grand opening dinner, can be very useful and beautiful, like also with some lightings above, some more, of course, some more flowers. What we are seeing, of course, is the hotel that has just opened, but like next year, it will be, everything will be grown and everything will be, of course, bettered. We are like at the 0.5 version of the Convento.
So the last question is that they're asking that, of course, it's very valuable for wedding and family reunion. We have seen the number of rooms that you have, and the question is, in the area, if there are more than 20 or 30 persons that are coming together, where the other people could stay?
Yeah, we have got some collaboration with different, there are 2 or 3 different kind of accommodation and partners that we offer that are like maximum 15 minutes from here in other beautiful location, like, so it's all, it will be also everything like on the same level that we are offering, like the Grand Hotel San Pietro in Palinuro, which is another 5-star hotel, or an Villaggio degli Ulivi, which is another hotel village on the sea in Palinuro, which is beautiful. So we already like put everything in motion to have like a lot of people coming here for the events and staying all in the surroundings, and we can manage also the transfers around to come here, of course, for the events and everything.
So first of all, thank you really both of you guys, and I want to say welcome to Niraj and to Luis Romero. I know that some of you from India made the effort to connect even if it's late for you, and thank you very much for people from Mexico that as because of the scheduled time is 7:30 there. So thank you very much because it was a really interesting panel for both Sicily and Campania, and with these two beautiful mansions, we decided to put it together to give you an idea how you can live a different kind of Italy. I just back from Argentina, from New York, where we did have a wonderful night, especially with our friends that are connected now. My friend Lauren, that was one of the winner of the night. I'm so happy about it. And so really, we are very proud to introduce you these two beautiful properties in order that for your next fun trip and for the possibility to guest your client, it will be very, very great to have you here and to see and to share with them. All the panel has been recorded, so Alina with Vincenzo will provide to share all the link. And then, of course, both of the presentation of Giulio for Abbazia and for Convento with the guys will be shared to you. And for whatever you may need, we can fix an appointment directly with them in order that you can sort it out, a bespoke offer tailored for you. So if there is no other question, but I think that I see there is a last question over here. And okay, no, it just complements amazing properties. I can see that there are many people that is really looking forward to come over and to see you guys and to see even the hobby of Giulio. So thank you very much to each one of you, and really looking forward to meet you in Italy to discover this beautiful part of Italy and this beautiful way to live Italy in a quieter form, in a slow tourism, tasting the tradition and living out with Italian family that give up their whole career in order to give value to the tradition and to maintain strong and fully our roots. Thank you very much to each one of you, and I want to say hello and see you soon around the world, and especially in Cilento and in Sicily. Bye bye.
Everybody.
Ciao, thank
Bye
you.
everybody.
Thank you very much,
Ciao.
everyone, for your time.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.